You need to stand out when you are in the workplace or when you are in industry in order to get opportunities to grow higher up stake, to be promoted, and etc. Right? So if you're moving towards being an executive, you need to stand out. Think of it like, guys, if you watch soccer, for example, the players that stand out is because they are known for something. Either they have a signature move, or they have a signature hairstyle, or they have a signature number on their jersey or something, right? So that's what makes them stand out. So today, I want us to talk about how you can stand out in the workplace, right? So not to be just a number like everybody else who's in the workplace. Because the moment you become just a number, then we have a problem. Or number one striker, exactly, Fifi. You know, you can be the number one striker, but you are known for something. You're not like everybody else on the field. And if you become just common in the workplace, just like everybody else, it becomes difficult for you to put yourself in a position where you can be you can be known. You know, your name can move around. I always talk about your name moving around, right? I always made sure, one thing that made me become an executive, I always made sure my name was circulating within the companies that I was in. Sibu, hi, thank you for coming through, right? So that's what today I want to speak to you about. You finding ways to stand out. But it's different in industry than it is in general personal branding. In general personal branding, we're talking about mostly how you look, your hair, and all of that, right? From a career perspective, it's very different if you want to stand out, right? So that you're not just another number. So I've got 4 things that we're going to be discussing today. And then I'm going to give you guys details and strategies in terms of what you can do. Thank you to Blessing for following. Thank you to Gugu for following. Guys, if you're not following me, make sure that you follow. We are the Fetch Army. We do masterclasses every day at 2 o'clock. Go join the WhatsApp group as well on careerempowerment.co.za so that you can officially become part of the Fetch Army. The Fetch Army basically means we're fetching promotions and we are fetching big things in our careers without making excuses for ourselves. Okay. So the first one is you need to be known for a specific subject. Okay, I've spoken to you about this. Go check the previous masterclass about thought leadership. This is a conversation we've had before. So you need to know as much as you know. You should know about your industry. Okay, I'm not talking about just your job and profession. I'm talking about your industry. But you always have to have this one specific topic within your industry that you are known for. And what this does in terms of setting you apart is whenever there's a meeting that involves that particular subject, or whenever there's a project that involves that particular subject, right? People already know within the company, managers, executives, that you are a person that they should be pulling in. So you need to have this one topic and constantly research it and be very good at it. And whenever you're sitting in meetings, when you make your contributions, you always make your contributions based on that particular subject. That sets you apart from everybody else, right? So your subject could be digitization within your sector. It could be automation within your sector. It could be you could be the master of the legislation within your sector or the policies within your sector, etc. Right? So you need to pick that one thing that you are known for. It's one subject that you are known for. So that sets you apart when you are having conversations with people, right? People always know you gravitate towards that particular subject, whether you are in a networking conference or whether you are in the workplace, right? So I need you guys to find that particular subject. But let me know in the comments as well what particular subject you think you can go for. And guys, please remember, I'm not talking about operationally, right? So I'm not saying your particular subject is going to be Excel, all right, or owning a piece of a process within your job. I'm not talking about that, right? I'm talking about a big one. Can we book a career strategy session even before LinkedIn? Yes, you can book a career session before LinkedIn, right? But we are going to touch on LinkedIn in that career session, because you must remember, guys, your career strategy comes before your LinkedIn. Otherwise, your LinkedIn profile won't make sense if we haven't figured out your career strategy. So, Fifi, I normally prefer that we speak career strategy first. Otherwise, your LinkedIn profile is not going to make sense, right? So I want you guys to go research a particular subject, guys. One subject. That's your homework for today. Pick one subject within your sector. And it could be something that you're already good at, right? Building codes, compliance. There you go. There you go. You see now, but Tobile has picked something, right? Compliance within the building sector. So she is not picking a process and saying, I'm going to pick the process of how to email, how to file, how to document, right? She's talking about something that is bigger. That's going to be her topic and her subject, right? And that's what she's going to be known for, as much as she's going to know everything else about her sector. But this one is the big one, right? Okay, cool stuff, Fifi. You still have your LinkedIn session though, Fifi. I think, yes, yeah, you do. It's much easier when working in a regulated environment. BK, it is working easier when you are working in a regulated environment, right? But be aware of everything else that affect your industry. So I'll give you an example, BK. All companies have to comply with sustainable development goals, the SDGs, right? And then maybe one of the SDGs you can pick within your industry is the environment, right? So whether there's regulations or not, you can pick the environment. So you can focus on how I want our sector to become green, to conserve energy and etc., right? So you can pick that particular subject. So you have to take a particular subject from there, right? And then be very good at it. So I want you guys to research your industries, right? What you think you know about your industry, treat yourself as a person who knows nothing about your industry and start reading about it. I want you to read about your industry in terms of what's happening in other countries, what's happening in other continents, what's happening, like everything that affects it, right? What is the United Nations saying about your industry, right? Maybe there's a issue of women empowerment when it comes to your sector, and then you pick up an article that says your sector is not empowering women, whether it's construction or IT or whatever. That could be your subject that you jump into, right? Maybe there could be reports that are saying there's a lot of cybercrime that's happening within your sector, right? Maybe there's a report that says there's a lot of income disparities within your sector, so there's no equality within your sector. So that can become your subject, something that you constantly bring up, right? And then you're saying, as a company, we need to adopt this, because what happens is once you adopt that particular thing, there's a chance of you becoming a director of that particular subject, right, within your sector. So you're already setting yourself apart, right? So I want you guys to go read the sustainability reports, go get the information. Some of the tips you're going to get from the video that says, hi Kunge. You're going to get them from the video on YouTube that says how thought leadership prepares you for an executive position. You can get some tips there, right? But I want you guys to find that particular subject and say, this is what I'm going to sit on. This is what I'm going to follow. Check what the news are saying about your sector, right? Check what the community is saying about your sector. Check all of that. Then pick one thing and become a master of it. Okay, so guys, your homework is research, research, research. The research that I'm talking about, guys, is not going to take you 1 hour. So if you're researching for an hour, you are playing, right? You're probably going to be sitting on your computer for 3 hours, because you're going to go to the search results, you're going to make your notes, you're going to research it further, you're going to go in. So I want you guys to think outside the box, right? Think beyond policies, think beyond regulations. Right, think about the SDGs, think about the environmental stuff, think about the women equality stuff, thinking about the empowerment stuff, think about bigger things within your sector and say, I want to be a subject matter expert when it comes to this. That already sets you apart. All right, so that is the first one. The second one that we're going to be looking at is be known for a specific approach. Okay, so when you guys think about me, you are thinking about the guy who's got this fetching approach, right, into problem solving. It's practical. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's move, right? So I've always been like that, even when I was working for other people. And that has pushed me and propelled me into becoming a director in a specific division, because I remember when I got my first directorship position, I was director of consulting. And then after 3 months, the CEO came and said, no, we want to move you into executive director for SMME development, because that particular division, the director who's sitting there, they are not action driven, they are not let's push driven, and working with SMMEs, that's what you need. So we're going to swap you into that division because we can see your approach. So I was known for a particular approach, and that opened up opportunities for me, right, in order to get into different directorship positions and to be positioned correctly as an executive director, right? That's why whenever interviews came up, they would send me for all those TV interviews, because they knew I'm a kind of person who can get there and have this fetch mentality, this push mentality, while other people have this politician mentality, which is also fine. Hi, Khopotso, thank you for coming through, right? So you need to be known for something. Am I the guy who is aggressive, pushy, right? Am I the guy who's laid back, relaxed, and is known for being very resourceful, right? When a problem comes up, I'm the kind of person who says, let's get together, right? So you're known for sort of like a leadership style that brings people together, right? Or maybe you are known for using systems. Like they know that if we come to you and we're saying, listen here, we have a particular issue here. You are the guy that is so good at software that you always know that, okay, let's implement monday.com so that we can push it like this. You are a technical guy. So you need to be known for a specific approach. When people look at you, they know this person has a unique way of approaching things. So I want you guys to go and sit down and ask yourself this question. What is my approach when it comes to problem solving at work or coming up with solutions at work? Is it common? Am I like everybody else who says, I'll go and Google it and then I'll look into it? Right? Because that's how everybody thinks. Or are you the kind of person who says, let's push, let's move? Or are you the kind of person who just sits back, relax, becomes quiet, and then comes up with a system and processes? It's like, what is your approach? Right? What makes you tick? If you find that, it's going to set you apart. And once it sets you apart, your opportunities for growing and being recognized and being known for something, an opportunity to stand out, then comes along for you. Then you're not like the common person next to your desk. Hi, Yazoo. Thank you for coming through. You understand what I'm saying? So that becomes very, very critical that you have your own approach. Guys, we are trying to get you to stand out here and not be the common guy here. Right? Hi, OZM. Thank you for coming through. That's what we're trying to do with this career personal branding. It has nothing to do specifically with how your hair looks and all of that, right? It's about your approach as well, right? It's about your energy as well, right? So we've done the first two, guys. The second one is I really want you guys to go and ask yourself, what is my approach? And is it different from other people's approaches when it comes to problem solving, when it comes to implementing solutions and etc. Okay. Number 3, be known for a specific cause, right? I touched on it a little bit when I was speaking about subjects, right? So one of my causes was to make sure that South Africa's entrepreneurial activity is high. So whenever I do my job, right, whenever I'm at work, whenever I'm at a conference and whatnot, the only thing that's stuck in my mind is entrepreneurial activity in South Africa is low. And I want it to be high, right? So with you, it could be what I said, equality issues, right? It could be lack of technical adoption, within your specific sector. And that becomes your cause. That's your cause. That's what you want to see the sector achieves. And you stick to it. You really stick to it and you fight for it, right? And then you bring up all the solutions that are required in order to make your sector better. So I want you guys to find out what your cause is. What are you fighting for? If you were a Mandela, if you were a Steve Biko, if you were Thomas Sankara, what would you be fighting for? What would be your cause within your sector, right? Because what happens is that when you have a cause, you have what we call values. So you have a bigger value that you are providing in life. Right? And that becomes very important because directors who don't have causes, they tend to become like rebels. You don't want to become like a rebel, right? Rebel without a cause. You want to have a cause and say, this is something that I want to change within my industry. That kind of stuff. Thank you, Batobi. I really appreciate you. That kind of stuff sets you apart. So I want you guys to go find your cause. What offends you when it comes to your industry? What offends you? Is it the lack of transformation? Is it the lack of care for the environment? Is it the lack of care for water? What's happening? Is your sector hurting communities and all of that? Thank you so much for the roses, Yazoo. Right? What is it? What is it that offends you? Directors always have causes. Every director has a cause, and our causes are not the same. But that shows your level of maturity, your level of values, that there's something that you stand for. So I want you guys to go and say, what is my cause? What is my cause? Right? And then find it and make sure it becomes part of the conversations and whatnot. That starts to set you apart at work. And guys, you are doing this before you become directors. I want to make this clear to you. You don't start your personal branding for career growth when you are an executive director. You do it before. You understand? You do it before you get there. Coaches, lack of inadequate training a good? Yes, it is. Rap stake? Yes, it is. So that means you are going to say that, thank you, Shumi. You are going to say that there's a lack of skills development within our sector, which is making our sector fail to grow. And that's going to be your cause. That's what you're going to be speaking about openly all the time. And everything that you do around your work is to try and improve that system to ensure that, there has to be adequate training for our people, right? So your cause is linked to people. And the difference between the cause and the first one, right? Because people sometimes confuse the specific subject and the specific cause. The difference between the two is that your cause is something that affects people. And then your number one could be something that affects the industry, the businesses in the industry, right? So that's why you have to differentiate between the two. So yes, guys, go find your cause. I need you guys to sit down and say, within my sector, what is the cause that I'm fighting for at the end of the day? And you will see these three things, they come together because your cause, because with me, my cause was always, let's make sure entrepreneurial activity is high in South Africa. That has made my approach to be very activist-like, right? And then my behavior is very activist-like, right? And when you look at my subject matter and then how I write, then I spoke as my subject matter was the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor. Because the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor is what told me that entrepreneurial activity in South Africa is low. And that has made me to be known as an activist, and that changed my approach. So all of these things are interconnected. All of them are interconnected at the end of the day. So guys, go find the cause. What offends you when it comes to your industry and the people? Very, very, very important, right? So Rapsteak mentioned the training, the lack of adequate training. That is 100% because it's affecting the people and the communities, right? Then number 4, you need to be known for a specific outlook. You need to be known for a specific outlook, right? In terms of how you think and how you view things and how you view a problem. As we speak, I've wrote a proposal for new best practice in terms of growth and skills development. Look at PG. Look at PG. PG, that's what we need to do. Guys, listen to this. As we speak, I wrote a proposal. That's what I tell you guys all the time. If there's something you want to change, put it in a form of a proposal or a PowerPoint presentation and say to your boss, can we sit down so that I can present these things to you? Don't have these informal conversations in the kitchen. Show them you take change seriously, right? I've wrote a proposal for the new best practice in terms of growth and skills development. PG, please tell me what kind of what level you are in. Are you junior management? Are you middle management? Are you senior management? Are you executive director? Please let me know your position as well. I like this. I like what you're saying, right? So guys, the specific outlook. My outlook, I'll give you an example, right? My outlook is we are not a tree. We are not trees. If we are not happy with something, we must move. PG, you're doing this at junior management. You are going to be a director. You are prepared. What I'm reading here, PG, I'm very impressed. I'm super, super duper impressed. You are starting to practice these things that directors do while you are still at junior management level. I'm impressed. I'm loving this. This is how you move yourself to the next level. Somebody at junior management level is already writing a proposal for a new best practice in terms. This tells me it's somebody who's very connected with their sector and then is very serious about their career journey. PG, you sound like you've got a very good career ambition. From what I'm seeing here, it's not everybody who would do this. So I'm really impressed with you. Just keep going in that direction. Start being a director in your head now while you are in junior management. It's very impressive. I know, Fifi, right? It's very impressive. Hey, user 67. Hey, Soja Gunjan, thank you for coming through. You understand? So I'm super impressed, guys. We need to take a leaf out of PG's book. That's what we need to be doing. We start thinking like directors now, right? So I was telling you guys about my outlook. My outlook is that we are not trees, we must move. So that's what people know me for. When people meet me, they're like, Spoo, we want that Spoo energy, right? Even if at work, it was the same thing. We don't feel sorry for ourselves, and then we move. So your approach could be empathy, right? You sit down with people, you let them cry, you make them understand. That could be your outlook, right? That, listen, we need to let it go inside our hearts, and then you understand what I'm saying? So everybody has a different outlook when it comes to life. So you need to be known for a specific outlook. I want you guys to go find out what your outlook is. Is your outlook that tough? I'm changing my career due to poor salaries. Yes, they're not paying you enough CCYZ. They're buying your skills at a low price. You need to move. You're not a tree, right? Go look for something else. There's a lot of opportunities out there for you, right? So guys, I need you to say, this is my outlook. This is my outlook on life. And I want to be known for having this outlook on life. My outlook is activist. Let's go. Let's push. We are not trees. We don't feel sorry for ourselves. My outlook is there's always a plan. There's always a plan. That's what you guys know me for, that as well. What is your outlook that you can share with other people? Your outlook could be, we need to be empathetic towards other people. We need to have sympathy towards other people, right? And that could be your outlook. Your outlook could be we need to grow people, from the bottom up. So you need to find your own outlook that people are going to know you for. And if you get this right, it sets you apart. Because if your outlook is whining just like everybody, so some people don't have an outlook, right? When people are excited, they get excited. When people are sad, they get sad. When people are depressed, they get depressed. When people are giving up, they give up. It's like you don't have an approach at all. A specific outlook at all. So you need to get yourself in a space where you have your own outlook. Why does Vusi Thembewayo stands out? He's got a specific outlook. Why does Julius Malema stands out? He's got a specific outlook. And that's why those people stand out, right? Why does Jay-Z stand out? It's a particular outlook. Why did Tupac stand out? It's a particular outlook. Why did Mike Tyson stand out? It's a particular outlook. So you guys need to have your own particular outlook. You need to build yourself like you're an athlete and say, what's going to be my signature move? What's going to be my signature line? What's going to be my signature outlook? Those are the things that set you apart. Then you don't disappear from your desk, right? Because a lot of you guys, once you sit down in your desk, you completely disappear from the rest of the company. It's like since Sidbon saying, and then we're going to see you when you say, bye guys, and then you take your lunchbox and your scarf tin and your laptop bag, and then you go home. Do you think a person like that, always under the radar, nothing is happening, nothing that they're known for? And I'm not talking about being a loud person. I'm talking about being known for specific things, even though you are a quiet introvert, right? In essence, you need to be fully immersed in your capabilities, and once you find your niche and skill, exactly, it's niching, Fifi. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, you need to niche yourself as someone. You need to niche yourself as someone. So that is very important. That is very, very, very important. If you go on your desk and then you disappear from 8 o'clock and then you only pop up again at 4:30 when it's time to go home, chances of you being noticed for some special qualities. I always say to people, you have superstar qualities. We all have superstar qualities. But if those superstar qualities are not coming out, either based on a specific subject, a specific approach, a specific cause, or a specific outlook, or all four of them, then we have a problem, right? Because you're going to disappear. PG, for example, is now putting out proposals. So you can tell what PG's outlook is, right? PG's outlook is, if you need to change something, we need to put proposals and then we need to move. That has become his superstar quality that he's going to carry for a very long time, right? We make things happen, we push, we move. And you'll find that he's not even a loud person, right? It's a person who's relaxed, laid back, can also do that, right? You don't need to be forward. You don't need to papa in order to be the person who comes up with solutions and an outlook and all of that. So you really need to set yourself apart, right? Hey, I just got a SEP certificate. I'm willing to take internship. I have more than 10 years experience. Naima, I love that because, Naima, because you are saying I want to change certain things and I want to change. But let me tell you something, Naima. You will find that some of the experience that you've already built won't even get you to start at the bottom. Because guys, that's what happens with career pivoting. Your 10 years experience, you can use it to capitalize on your current position. And then you don't have to start from the beginning. You just carry on the road. It's how now you write your experience and what you highlight on your experience that's related to where you want to go. Like, for example, if you're in the customer service department and you're trying to pivot to project management, for example, and then you just got your project management qualification and certification. When you're writing your CV and when you are writing your LinkedIn profile, you need to highlight things in customer care that were project management related, and highlight those to show people that you already have been doing project management, even though it might be at a small scale. But that's what you've been doing for 10 years. So now it ties in with your certificate, which means you just move. You don't have to dip and go down, and then you understand what I'm saying. So this is very, very important. Powerful presentation. Thank you, Yazoo. No problem at all. No problem at all. Your sessions are life-changing, and we are forced to dig deep and look. And thank you so much, Fifi. That's what I want to bring. That's why I want to make this. You see, and Fifi, the reason why you're saying this is because it's if you look at my personal branding, if you look at my subjects, like my topics that I bring, it's not topics that come up at every career coaching session, right? If you look at my approach, I get you guys to move. I get you guys to stand up. If you look at my cause is to get you guys to become directors. I want to build an army of directors. That's my cause, right? And if you look at my outlook, I'm like, we all can do it if we have practical solutions. So that's my personal branding. So that's why you are feeling it. So that's what other managers and directors want to feel from you, so that they can say, these are the people we want to take forward with us in the company. And then those directorship positions open up, right? And then you get picked. I'm SEP degree in plus degree in business and information. Woo, Naima, you can make this work. Plus 10 years experience, you can make this work. You don't even have to start at internship level, Naima. I wish you could book a session with me for your career strategy. I would definitely help you with that. You don't need to start at the beginning and at internship. I'm competing with locals and they are first preference. I'm African in a Scandinavian country. Beverly, I feel your pain, but try this personal branding stuff and see how it works, right? But if they are deliberately discriminating against you, then we are sitting with a different topic altogether, the Beverly. But try some of these things and see if they work or not, right? What other comments are there? I will book a session, please. I need this to work. Come through, Naima. Go to careeremporium.co.za. Let's book your career strategy. I've been helping people with career pivoting for a very long time. Very, very long time. What is personal branding for? It's to stand out. CCYZ, it's to stand out, right? So that your name starts making rounds within the company, right? Your name starts being mentioned in bigger boardrooms because somebody's impressed with your subject matter expertise. Somebody's impressed with your approach and how it has changed the department. There's a specific cause that you are pushing that resonates with the directors, so you stand out. You stop being a common person who comes in the morning and goes home, right? So that is why I just joined the live and I don't regret it. Been thinking about rebranding, just didn't know how to start. User, I'm so glad you came through. These are things you need to do, guys. Don't focus too much on. A lot of people, when they think about personal branding in the workplace, they think about the image. So they'll go to an image consulting and then start dressing a particular way. Yes, dress code does play a part, but these are all they are values driven, they are spirit driven, they are energy driven. That's what counts the most when it comes to the workplace, right? Your suits won't get you. You can wear a suit and still be an empty can. You understand? So that's why these things are very, very, very important. I like how you basically show us it's possible and how to get there, not just feeding us exactly. I'm telling you, and that's the thing, Fifi, right? I want to give you guys practical solutions, and that's my specific approach. I've always been known for this specific approach that makes me unique. I'm very practical about how we do things. I think I might want to create a TikTok channel for my brand. CCYZ, I think let's differentiate between brand socially and brand in terms of the workplace. Brand in terms of the workplace, it's these four things, right? Brand in terms of your business or whatever the case is, right? That's very different. Right, that's very different. I'm already an executive since I joined you. I love that. You're the best, coach. Thank you so much. Personal on workplace. I don't understand what you're saying. CCYZ, let me know what you are speaking about. Because it is a personal thing. It's you working on yourself to individualize yourself in the workplace. So that's what we're speaking about here, right? So we are not speaking about, let's say, for example, there's somebody who's a TikToker, but they work at APSA. But they are working on their TikTok personal profile, which is dancing and all of that, right? But it has nothing to do with the workplace. So that is just strictly personal. It's not for career growth. Here we're talking about personal branding for career growth. I hope that makes sense. Many thanks and be blessed. Thank you so much. No problem at all. Marketing executive to be exact. Thank you so much. Yes, that's what we're doing. Self-mastery. Hey, sister. Thank you for coming through. I see you. I want to focus on my career. CCYZ, follow these steps that I've put up here. Follow these 4 steps that I've put out here, right? I'm going to repeat them to you just now. But follow this. Guys, if you want to stand out at work, think about your star employees. How many people? Think about the companies where you work. Do you know the people that shine and the people that stand out? And have you seen how they actually speak, right? Have you seen how they actually explain things? Have you seen how they approach issues? Have you seen how they approach problems? You will see they stand out. And it's very important. It's like the more they stand out is the more they get picked for projects and all of that, because you are putting yourself out there. right? So this is brilliant. It's good to see you too, love. Thank you for coming through. I have changed careers and trying to find my feet, been struggling to find my career path. It happens. 3Y3, it happens to the best of us, right? But it's not the end of the world. The fact that you've tasted a career and what it looks like, that is brilliant for you. If you feel like you're struggling, come to careeremporium.co.za, book your career strategy session with me. Let's sit down for an hour and then I will sort you out, right? So guys, don't walk alone. Go to the YouTube channel as well. Go check previous masterclasses, guys. There's so much you're going to pick up from there. I haven't done anything about career pivoting yet, and I think I'm going to do it tomorrow. I just made, because I can see there's a couple of people that are pivoting their careers, so I will do that tomorrow. But guys, there are some resources. Go on the YouTube channel Career Emporium. You will find some stuff there. Go join the WhatsApp group through careeremporium.co.za. Right? Follow me if you're not following me, so that you can catch the masterclasses. I do them every day, like at 2 o'clock. Right? So yes, self-mastery, yes, sister. It's a beautiful place you are in, because you become a child again. You start to see the world in a different way again. You start to become curious again, right? It's a very great space to be in. I mean, like, imagine what life is like if you were to reach all of your potential and then you are done. Like, it becomes boring. There's nothing to rediscover. So it's a great space that you be in. Very great space to be in, you know. So guys, let's go through the points again. So that we can sort of, like, you know, get them in your head. Can I hold on LinkedIn profile and do career strategies? Yes, you can do that. Your LinkedIn session you've already paid for, that is 100%, right? So what you can do is that you can pay for your career strategy session. It's $450, or you can put on top of the balance that you've done for your LinkedIn session, and then yes, you know, let's do it. Let's do your career strategy session as well, because guys, like I said, your career strategy session, right, it's the one that makes it easy for you to complete your LinkedIn profile. Because if you don't understand where you're going, your LinkedIn profile is not going to make sense. So we still need to sit down and have that conversation and say, where are you going? Unless if your stuff is 100% clear. Like Boba Tobile, you know, they're very clear in terms of where they're going. So it's easier for them to work on their LinkedIn profiles, right? So a lot of you guys, if you're confused and you're in the middle of career pivoting and etc., come for your then career session, and let's do that first. And then from there on, we can start working on your LinkedIn profile, right? Your LinkedIn profile becomes easy when your career strategy is in place and you know exactly where you're going. Right. Yes. Coach has profound wisdom. He can help you on your journey. Yes. Thank you so much, sister. I really appreciate you. Please follow my friend, Self Mastery Solutions. Right. She's based in the US, and then she does some amazing stuff, especially for women. Some great coaching programs there, you know. So please go follow her as well, and follow her content and get on her live streams. Very exciting. We were networking and then we met each other. Guys, that's why I'm telling you that me on TikTok, I network. I'm a networking machine. You put me on LinkedIn, I will network. You put me on TikTok, I will network. You put me in the street, I will network. That's just what I do. And that's another thing that's making me unique in terms of my personal branding. So if you look at point number 2, be known for a specific approach. I'm known for networking, hey? If we have problems in the company, I will network and get us solutions. So you have to get to a point where you are fixing these 4 things, right? They're so dope and genuine. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you, my friend, right? So let's run through these things again. Guys, number 1, be known for a specific subject. Become a subject matter expert, right? Be known for a particular subject at work. Know everything about your sector, or know as much as you can about your sector, but there has to be one thing that belongs to you. When people think about it, they think you. When there's a project linked to it, they think you. When there's a media interview, they think you. So you need to find that one particular subject in your sector, guys, and you need to nail it. You need to be perfect when it comes to that subject, right? Number 2, be known for a specific approach. I gave you guys an example. My approach is, we are not trees, we can move, right? Let's go. What is your approach to sorting out problems, to problem solving? Is it technology, right? Is it leadership? You know how to lead people so that they push, right? Are you resourceful, which means you always know what kind of resource you can put in place in order to sort this thing out? Like, what is your approach when it comes to problem solving at work? You need to have a unique signature when it comes to your approach. People can remember you for that, right? Be known for a specific cause. Be known for a specific cause. What are you fighting for in your industry that affects the people, that affects everybody on the ground? What do you want to change in your industry? Is it environmental issues? Is it women empowerment issues? Is it income disparities? Is it lack of training, adequate training, like Grabstake said? What are you fighting for? What is your cause? What offends you in the industry that you want to change it? That makes you stand out as well, right? Sort of like an activist sort of like mentality. It makes you stand out. And the last one, I said, be known for a specific outlook. What is your outlook, right? What are you looking, when you look at life and you're sitting in a group of people, what is your outlook? So your outlook also has to be unique. You can't be going where the wind is blowing. When everybody's happy, you're happy. When everybody's sad, you're sad. You need to have your own specific outlook. These things, guys, they prepare you to become a director. They make you stand out. They really make you stand out at the end of the day, right? So that's what I want you guys to focus on. When we talk about personal branding for career growth, it's different from personal branding generally. Like for us entrepreneurs, like we need to brand ourselves a particular way, but in the workplace, it's all in the mind and the spirit and the values more than it is about how you look. Looking good is still important, but it's your brain. Your brain must be beautiful. You need a beautiful brain. You need a beautiful spirit. You understand? So yeah, let me go through comments that I might have missed. I'm learning so much from your life. Can't imagine how awesome the paid content is. It's all free. Trust me, 3Y3. Yes, the paid content on the one-on-one. I'm telling you, if you think this is fire, I mean, my one-on-one sessions, we get it so deep because I focus strictly on you. Yes, this is true. And show up for yourself. You know, if they don't know you, they can't choose you. That's the point that I'm trying to make. If you get on, if you go to work and then you disappear until it's time to go home, nobody's gonna pick you, right? Youth underpayments, yes, CCYZ. If that's your course in terms of youth underpayments, then that becomes your subject. Guys, we need to change this in our industry, right? You constantly communicate this. You engage the right stakeholders. You know, that's how you prepare yourself for an executive position. So there's a difference, guys, between having a specific cause and complaining. So I need to differentiate between the two. Sitting and moaning about something is not having a cause, because having a cause means you have numbers behind it, you have strategies behind it, you already know which stakeholders you can bring on board, your network is based on that, you are in the right conferences, you are in the right spaces in order to get the perspective of other professionals as well, in terms of how these things can get sorted out. Complaining is something else entirely, right? That is not having a cause. People that have causes don't complain. This needs planning and finance to execute. I'm not sure. Oh, yes. Okay. So you're saying that issue of underpayments. Yes, it does. And it needs planning and finances. And those finances are going to come from the organization that you work for. You must remember, it's not coming out of your own pocket. So when I gave an example and said I wanted South Africa's entrepreneurial activity to be higher, right? Because Egypt was high, Ghana was high, Kenya was high. And that became my cause. Obviously, because I was an executive director in a specific company, it's them who actually will finance me to go to these conferences and get more research and etc. You know, so yeah, personal branding needs financing. Personal branding does not need financing. Personal branding needs the internet. This personal branding that I'm speaking about, I mean, researching your subject. Thank you so much for 20K, right? Researching your subject, working on your approach, finding a cause, and then changing your outlook. All of this is free. This requires the internet and you to spend time with yourself. So that's why I'm saying CCYZ. I think your concept of personal branding, I think it's more based on the social side of things. The career one just needs your brain. You just need to sharpen your brain. You sharpen your approach. You sharpen your cause. You sharpen your spirit. You sharpen the time that you spend with yourself to become this kind of person. So trust me, this is free. And you're even getting it for free from me right now. Like, boom, there you go, you know? So guys, this is going to be on YouTube as well, together with the previous master classes, okay? Don't forget to join the WhatsApp group. Don't forget to like the page on LinkedIn and follow the page on LinkedIn. Don't forget to go to careeremporium.co.za if you want to book your one-on-one session. $450, 1 hour to work on your LinkedIn, $199, and then we do that. But guys, the reason why I do this thing, this weekend I was doing my main website for my company. And I said my mission is actually to create the next generation of leaders. You guys are the next generation of leaders. That's why I'm here every day at 2 o'clock. because you guys are the next generation of fearless and effective leaders. And in order to become that and fully own it, you're going to have to do things differently. You're going to have to do things completely differently. You're going to have to be different from whoever is sitting on your left or on your right at work. You're going to have to stand out from these two people in order to become the next generation of fearless and effective leaders. For those who don't know, guys, we are called the Fetch Army. We are a group of professionals that are fetching everything that belongs to us in corporate. We are fetching executive positions, right? So if you want to be part of the Fetch Army, make sure that you follow. We are an army, guys, here. We are rushing corporate. We are going to be sitting on our thrones in corporate as effective next generation leaders that think differently. So I always tell my story. I became an executive at age 35. So I know exactly what it takes to get there. I know what it takes, and I had to be 100% unique, right? And then I mean, like, you tell me right now, without me blowing my own horn, right? When I do these master classes, don't I already sound unique to you? Don't you look at these things and say, let me tell you, I've never experienced this kind of thing before, right? I've worked on my uniqueness from a very long time because I needed to. I knew that sitting around was not going to get me anything. I knew that my time was not going to come until I fetch my time. I skipped the line. Hey, patience is virtue. I understand all of that. Patience is virtue. But while you are being patient, you need to be fetching. Thank you so much, Naima. Yes, Fifi. Fear focal. We fear nothing. That's what we're doing. We are fetching, right? So I understood what it took for me to get there. And guys, I mean, when I woke up and I looked back in my life, I said, man, this information is not in textbooks. This information is not in textbook. When I listen to career podcasts, it's always general information. So what I'm telling you guys is things that are unique to me that I did and I think everybody else should adopt. This is how you become great. This is how you push for greatness. So yes, guys, that's who we are. We are the Fetch Army. If you want to be part of the Fetch Army, go join the WhatsApp group. But also, just by following and coming to these master classes, you are already part of the Fetch Army. We are tactical. We are tactical. I want branding that will give me income anytime I'm live. Yeah, you see, Cici, you are talking about different kind of personal branding. I see. But we can have that conversation. You can inbox me. Then we can have that conversation. But Cici YZ, you are looking for branding that will make you income, but we can't even see your profile picture. Huh? Cici YZ, why don't we see your profile picture? And then also your name, right? Your name. Okay, freelancing. Then come book your freelancing session. I've got freelancing sessions then when I see CYZ. Come through. Yes, you see, that's why you are even laughing. I mean, look at my name, right? If you look at my name, you will see it says Life Coach Sbu. So you already know this guy is a life coach, and then his name is Sbu, and then you can see my profile picture. When exactly if influencer but is hiding. You want to be an influencer but you are hiding. How? Tell us, comrade, why are you hiding? So let's start there. Right, point number one. Let's start with that. But if you want to come for a freelance session, and then let's have a chat, and then we can speak. But don't hide, comrade. Show yourself. Be brave. Come on. Let's start with your TikTok profile. I'm giving you homework. Go change your profile picture. Change your name so that we know that you are a soccer player or you provide solutions or whatever the case is, and then work on your bio. If you can do that, I will say you are serious about being an influencer. But otherwise, when CCYZ, you are playing us here. But inbox me. I'm willing to talk to you and then I can help you. So guys, this is what I wanted to present to you. I'm hoping you guys are going to work on this. I hope you're going to make things happen for yourself, right? 25K likes and then we're going to close. Thank you, Khopozo. I really appreciate you. My captains are here. My moderators are here doing the most. All of them have been getting us to 25K, 30K likes, So thank you, moderators. My captains of the army. I really appreciate you guys. So I'm hoping you guys are going to sign the contract with yourself today and say, listen here, I'm going to work on something. And I've been just put for me in the comments. Which one are you going to work on first? Just put for me in the comments. Are you going to work on 1, 2, 3, or 4? Just put in the comments 1 to 4, right? Because you need to start with one. Don't worry. Don't adopt everything at the same time, right? Because these are going to be difficult conversations you're going to be having with yourself. Right, so let me know. Put for me in the comments. Where are you starting? Are you starting with 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which one are you picking as your homework this evening? Just before you go to bed, as you're chilling and all of that, right? Where are you going to start? Okay, User is starting with 4, Pruberry is starting with 4, BK is starting with 1, Rapsteak is starting with 3. Nice, guys. Ceci is starting with 1, Fifi is starting with 4. Okay, Tsatsi starting with 2, Claudie starting with 2. I will work on all 4 starting with 2. Yes, Batobile, Bangen. Khaleo is starting with 2, Beverly starting with 4, Lisa is 4, Mamtolo is 2 and 4. Nice, guys. Okti is 4. CCYZ, you can't start with 1 and 2. You must start with a TikTok profile picture, then 1 and 2. Swag is gonna start with 4. Prudence is gonna start with 2. Nice, guys. I'm glad you guys are actually committing to some of these things, right? It's nice to see you guys saying I'm applying my mind. Because the reason why I'm saying you must write it down is because I'm trying to lock you into actioning these items. So that's what I want to do. Thank you for Fetch Army for tapping. Please bring gifts tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Thank you so much, Hopotso, doing the most. Thank you, Captain. Guys, we're going to close this thing. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna put it on YouTube later on. Calvin, yes, Calvin, nice to see you, Calvin. Calvin is doing 1 and 2. Calvin, I'm so happy because you and I in your session we actually did speak about 1 and 2. So guys, let's start the train. Fifi has started the train. Fetch Army. Please put in the comments for me #Fetch Army, because once you put #Fetch Army, that means you are signing a contract with yourself that you're going to improve yourself, and then you're committing to the cause of the Fetch Army. While you are doing your #Fetch Army, guys, I am going to give you guys shout outs. Don't leave the live, just keep the train going in the comments. #Fetch Army. But Tobilem, Captain, my captain, Lieutenant, thank you for coming through. These lives are nothing without you. I appreciate you more than you think. Hopoto, thank you for doing the most today. I really, really appreciate you for, rallying the troops, so that we can move. Zoo, thank you for coming through and thank you for the interaction. Shumi, yes, Shumi, you and I, we've been working nicely together. I really appreciate you. PG, you made me proud today, PG. You are a proper Fetch Army. You made me really proud, Ceci, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Lisa, thank you for coming through. Kunget Delicacy, thank you for coming through. Norma, thank you for coming through. Last born of moderators. Tobile, thank you for coming through. Mamtolo, I always appreciate you coming through. Blessings, thank you for coming through. Haleo, my friend, thank you for coming through. Fifi Dramatic, the Kim Kardashian of the Fetch Army, thank you for coming through. Waka, thank you for coming through. OZM, I see you. Thank you so much. Yolanda, I see you. Lulu, I see you. Happy, I see you. Beverly, I see you. Beverly, I hope things work well for you abroad. Let me know if you want to talk. User 82, thank you for coming through. User 67, Naima, I appreciate the interaction. Thank you for coming through. E2 Smiles, thank you for coming through. Rapsteak, my friend, thank you for coming through. Rapsteak, I'm gonna give your LinkedIn profile a second look, okay? Calvin, thank you for coming through, bro. Really appreciate you. Calvin has already had 2 sessions with me. This one is proper career important family. Zandi, thank you for coming through. Pruberry, my friend, thank you for coming through. User 41, thank you for coming through. Mimi, I see you. Josh 72, I see you. Joshua, I see you. I'm looking forward to your session. Self-Mastery Solutionist, my sister, I see you and thank you for coming through. Really appreciate you and welcome to the Fetch Army. Javi Maremo, I see you. Mshengu, I see you. The Tato, I see you. Ntoke, I see you. 3Y3, I see you. Kioke, I see you. Nobile, I see you. Tzazi, thank you for coming through. I am Tato. Yay, the way you've written it there. Thank you for coming through. Sunshine, I see you. Theo, I see you. Claudie, 1 million, I see you. Prudence, thank you for always coming through. Sabelo, thank you so much. Mati P, I see you. User 86, I see you. Kulani Confidence, I see you. Mo, I see you. User 600, I see you. Ituza, I see you. Vusi, I see you. I'm pretty, I see you. Guys, thank you so much for coming through. I really, really, really appreciate you. And guys, always remember, wherever you go, you guys are the Fetch Army. You're going to achieve big things. Sharp, sharp, guys. I am out. See you tomorrow, 2 o'clock.